So, unless you've been living under the only rock Charlie Sheen hasn't smoked, you may have heard a little ditty about stand-up comedian cum sitcom star extraordinaire Louie C.K., namely, his statement to the blindingly fucking obvious.
This is a pretty big story trending today. Survivors of the Parkland school shooting coming out swinging at Louie C.K. after the comedian mocked their activism in his routine. Take a listen to this leaked audio from the set performed in December, and we should warn you, it may be offensive.
Because you went to a high school where kids got shot? Why does that mean I have to listen to you? How does that make you interesting? You didn't get shot, you pushed some fat kid in the way, and then now I gotta listen to you talking?
Ooh, scandalous leaked footage indeed. First off, leaked? How do you leak a public performance exactly? In an age where every woman over the age of a zygote has a cell phone up her slatch, how could anyone credibly call any public recording a goddamn leak? This ain't a fucking fanboy rebuttal, for the record. I'm anything but an adherent. At best, I can merely tolerate the man. To me, if his act were any more pedestrian, he'd have to install a crosswalk on his tongue. But jokes are jokes, jackass. And as I already asserted in my rant entitled Political Correctness Killer of Comedy, anyone at all who's about to imbibe in killing careers over yuck-yucks can fuck right the fuck off. Comedy persists at the perimeter of discomforture. Always has, always will. Because whatever we most fear, whatever morbid preoccupation we while away the wee morning hours pondering in mute horror, that's what we most must make light of.
People commit suicide, people go, I don't understand why. And I go, you don't? Well, you live in a cotton candy house or something? What the fuck? You don't know about life? How it only disappoints and gets worse and worse until it ends in a catastrophe? What the fuck?
This is the commercial. It goes, 1 in 4 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer this year, but prostate cancer affects you too, ladies. It does? We can't even fucking have that to ourselves? How does prostate cancer affect women? I mean, unless you're Caitlyn or Hillary, how the hell does that... And what they're saying is, they go on in the commercial to explain if a guy has prostate cancer, his wife or girlfriend's sexual needs aren't gonna get met. That may or may not be true, but ladies, you think you could put your pussy aside for 5 minutes while I'm fighting for my life and I'm shitting blood and my hair's falling out in the sink? You think you could do that, you selfish little feminist whores? Could you do that for me, please? You wouldn't hear the opposite commercial, would you? You wouldn't hear, 1 in 4 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year, but you know what? Breast cancer affects you too, fellas. You can't give your girlfriend a pearl necklace if she has one tit now, can you?
But what few acknowledge, even in defense of Louis C.K.'s comments, is that the effect is appreciable. In short, the more you shut us up with media furor firings, public unpersoning, and all manner of mob rule retardation, the farther to the edge the line of comedy goes. Like moss on the cool side of the rock or diabetes sores on Movie Bob's butthole, everything grows in its ideal environment. And comedy is fueled by fucking discomfort. Not necessarily edginess, mind you. Bob Newhart is one of the greatest of all time, and he couldn't make a rosacea victim blush. But his act does thrive on discomfort, as he brilliantly segues from one fumbling aside to the next, testing the limits of the audience's patience before blowing their skull clean off their shoulders with the one-liner of the century. Bottom line, a comedian with any clout is gonna find that frayed nerve and dance the lambada on that bitch. So comprehend the profound idiocy of playing PC police with, of all things, stand-up comedy. Look, you ain't gonna kill it. You can't. Comedy is intrinsic to society's existence, if not fucking humanity's. It'll outlive every rainbow-coiffed cunt in Canadianistan, and the harder you push, the farther to the edge of basic decency and taste the line gets. Fuck! In the mid-90s, I used to love a good yo mama joke. Fast forward to 2019, I can't even crack a smile without a corpse in involved. And it ain't just me. Roughly half of the country is asking us to make policy decisions based on the opinions of high schoolers, for fuck's sake. Yeah, he peeped this, Pops. The same simpering shitdick who finds Taylor Swift and Greta Van Fleet fucking tolerable has an empirical prescription for all of society's ills. Shit, I'll be sure to perk a deaf ear to that dog shit. I mean, at least pretend to be honest for a beat, fucking moonbeam. Tuck the outrage and indignation away in your Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper there, princess, and assess it objectively if at all possible. I mean, we're getting firearm ban advice from Daria and the fucking Breakfast Club, and you're telling me there's no objectively comedic vein there? Nothing the vast majority of middle America might find the faintest bit gut-bustingly fucking hilarious? If being a victim of a crime automatically made you an expert on avoiding it, then how are there 6 fucking Transformers films? On the more encouraging front, he hasn't even given in yet to the spittle-fleck fuckwits wielding the torches. At least not yet. To me, Louie's never been the same since the CK was bracketing a U and a C, and I'm under no illusion he won't fire back 50 times as hard on the opposite side of the aisle to score brownie points with the Politburo. But I'll defend to my death his right to be utterly mediocre, because school shooting jokes are like school shooting victims. They never get old. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.
You gotta fight for what you want. Gotta believe in what you do. You gotta fight for what you want.